right, so I am back from Georgia. I'm back in Kansas City, and I had a really fun time in Georgia. I'm still editing that video of my Georgia trip, so it'll be a little while before I have that one up. Got a lot of footage of different things. I'm thinking of maybe doing it in several different pieces. Anyway, how are you? How's your week been? How was your weekend? Forgot it was only Monday. Uh, so this is a sort of a two-segment video. The first part, I wanted to tell you about the creepy thrift store challenge thing that my husband and I did with each other. And so the clown pulling out the tooth of the dog or rabbit or donkey or whatever it was, that was actually my husband's pick. And it was, I think he said it was 97 cents. And that one won by a landslide. So I agree. When I saw it, I literally gasped at how just weird it was. I've never seen a figurine like that. And then the blue mug was it was $3.50, and it was the one that I picked out. And I saw a couple of other sort of creepy things in there, but nothing like the clown with pulling the tooth. So interesting. You guys should try that challenge. Go to a thrift store and see what you can find. Whether it doesn't have to be creepy, of course. The cutest thing you can find for under $10, or the funniest thing you can find for under $10. I think that would be a fun thing to do. And we may do more of those with my husband joining me in a video. All right. So the second part of this is actually a response to the Spooky University topic of teleportation. So teleportation is one of the coolest things I can think of. Now, I thought about doing a bunch of research on this one, but I decided against it just because I'm being lazy. So, teleportation. So, I am a huge Star Trek fan. Let me not say huge, because I don't know a lot of Star Trek trivia. I was a big Next Generation fan, and I watched some of the original Star Trek, and I loved two things about Star Trek beyond the message, beyond the stories and space and technology. I loved all of that stuff. But my two favorite things about Star Trek, one was teleportation. Beam me up, beam me to the planet, beam up me and my group of friends. I would absolutely love to do that. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But the second thing I always loved was the holodeck. And I constantly am waiting for the day that one or both of those things are a reality for me. So those are two of my favorite things about Star Trek. But teleportation is, basically taking an object or whatever and moving it from one location to another location, and the theory is that you would break, or not the theory, but the the idea in most movies or TV shows or whatever is that you break the matter up into millions of tiny particles, and then you send it across whatever technology to another location, and then you reassemble that object. If it were a reality, if it were something that somebody had done and shown that it could be done, I would absolutely do it. I would love to be teleported. And yeah, maybe it'd be risky. But just the thought of being able to not have to go through security to get to a plane and all that other stuff, and sit on a plane for 2 hours or 12 hours or whatever, depending on where you're going, is hugely appealing to me. I mean, being able to go immediately and see my dad, or, one of you guys, that would be so cool. That you would just, you'd have a coordinate that you would just punch in and go, wherever. So I really love the idea of that. And if you needed, say you needed groceries, or you needed medicine or, you know, any of those things, to just be able to have it there immediately would be amazing. So I am absolutely a supporter of teleportation. I love the idea of teleportation. I would do it in a minute if it were a reality. I don't know how far the research has gone. I do know that my husband told me the other day that there was some either Chinese or Japanese scientists that were able to teleport an atom or something like that. And of course, obviously, I haven't done the research, or I would be able to tell you specifically what it was. But I was fascinated by the thought of that, and I was glad that I pulled that topic out of the cup last time. So that's my take on teleportation. I'd love to hear what you have to say about teleportation. Would you do it? Is it, you know, is it something that you would love to have as a reality? How would you use it? Now, I know that DC, he said something about, you know, Skype and FaceTime and stuff like that being a form of teleportation. And that's true, because you can be in that person's area immediately and talk back and forth, and it's a real-time thing. But to me, teleportation, I want my entire self to be transported from my current location to a completely different location in a matter of seconds, or even minutes. Minutes would be okay. And, you know, I would pay money for that. All right. I think that's it for this Spooky University response. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that you had a great weekend. I think I already said that, but have a good day or good night or whatever, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.